The Realme 6 is powered by a MediaTek Helio G90T processor, has a display with a hole punch and has a 90Hz refresh rate. All of these are unheard of in the budget segment. So is the Realme 6 worth the money? We review it to find out. Now before we go ahead with the full review of the Realme 6, be sure to subscribe to the Gadgets 360 YouTube channel and click that bell icon so that you're the first to know when we have a new video. The Realme 6 has a new gradient design at the back which gives this phone a premium look. The back of the Realme 6 is slightly curved at the sides which makes it comfortable to hold. The Realme 6 sports a 6.5-inch display with a hole punch design with slim bezels and a relatively thick bottom chin. The 90Hz refresh rate makes the interface very smooth. We found the display to be slightly reflective under sunlight, but the panel gets bright enough to watch content on it. We found the viewing angles to be decent, and this phone does let you change the color temperature of the panel. The side-mounted fingerprint scanner on the Realme 6 is super quick to unlock the smartphone, and we had no issues with it. We also set up face recognition which uses the selfie camera, and we found this to be super quick as well. Once the raise to wake feature is enabled, unlocking the smartphone requires very little effort. Realme has finally moved to the USB Type-C standard, which was long overdue. Alongside the Type-C port are the 3.5mm headphone jack and the loudspeaker grill. The rear panel is in glass and could pick up minor scuffs and scratches. Realme has bundled a clear case in the box which we recommend that you use. This phone runs Realme UI on top of Android 10. Our device was running the February security patch. We found the UI to be easy to use with a look that's close to stock Android. The most interesting new feature is Realme Dual Mode Audio, which allows you to connect a Bluetooth headphone and a wired headset to listen to music on this smartphone at the same time. This feature is listed under Realme Lab. Unfortunately, there's quite a bit of bloatware on this smartphone, and stock apps such as Browser would push notifications constantly, which we had to disable. Powering the Realme 6 is the MediaTek Helio G90T, a powerful SoC which we have used on the Xiaomi Redmi Note 8 Pro. Realme offers 3 variants, and you can see the specs and the pricing on screen now. The spec sheet of the Realme 6 looks interesting, and it does translate to good performance in day-to-day use. We were happy with the performance of the Realme 6 as we never had to wait for long for it to load apps. With 8GB of RAM on our device, it could multitask easily without needing to terminate apps in the background. We played PUBG Mobile on the smartphone and it defaulted to the high settings with graphics set to HD and frame rate set to high. We did not notice any lag or stutter while playing the game at these settings. After about 20 minutes, we did notice that the smartphone got slightly warm to the touch. Battery life on the Realme 6 is quite good. It managed to go on for 19 hours and 26 minutes in our HD video loop test. With our usage, the Realme 6 managed to go on for over a day and a half before needing to be plugged in. A 30-watt fast charger is bundled in the box. Using this, the phone got to 65% in 30 minutes and took a little over an hour to charge completely. The Realme 6 packs in a quad camera setup, and you can see the specs on screen now. The smartphone was quick to focus and metered light properly in most scenarios. In daylight, the Realme 6 captured good shots and details were visible on zooming in. The wide-angle camera on the Realme 6 is not as good at dynamic range as the primary camera. Photos do offer a wide field of view, but there is a noticeable reduction in terms of detail and the quality. The output was slightly distorted at the edges too. For close-ups, the Realme 6 does a good job at separating subjects from backgrounds. It managed to focus quickly as well, resulting in good shots. Portrait mode lets you select the level of blur before taking a shot, and the edge detection was excellent, and the phone could distinguish between the subjects and backgrounds correctly. The macro camera lacks autofocus, but lets you get close to a subject. It managed to take good shots when shooting indoors. The output is restricted to 2 megapixels. In low light, the camera quality dips slightly. While you will still get good looking shots, you will notice a lack of detail on zooming in. Shots taken with night mode were significantly better. Let's take a moment to check out the selfie camera specs. Selfies shot with the Realme 6 had good detail, and beautification is enabled by default. You can switch this off to get a natural looking output. These photos are good enough to be shared on social media. Video recording tops out at 4K for the primary shooter and 1080p for the selfie camera. You do have the option to shoot at 1080p 60fps using the primary camera. Footage shot at 1080p is stabilized but not at 4K. We did notice a slight shimmer effect in low light. Realme has once again delivered an impressive smartphone at a reasonable price with the Realme 6. This device packs in a powerful processor, delivers good battery life, and also comes with a 30-watt fast charger in the box. Realme's UI has improved, but we do wish there was less bloatware. If you are looking for a value for money smartphone around the 15,000 rupee price point, you might just want to wait for the Xiaomi Redmi Note 9 series and see how they are. But even if you go in for the Realme 6, you won't be disappointed. And that was our review of the Realme 6. Now what do you think about the smartphone? Let us know in the comment section down below. And as always, for all things tech, stay tuned to gadgets360.com.